Hiya folks, hope you have a great weekend so far, and welcome over to ZeldaSpeedRuns 2. Today, for y'all, we have a Majora's Mask Randomizer Challenge Cup Season 6 match. This is the second match between Flouche and Painapple in the double round robin. On comms, you have Fifth Whammy and Captain MD13, and on tracking, together with me, is Katie Bean. Hope you have an amazing match, and I'll let the comms take over.
Thank you very much. And yes, welcome aboard, folks. It is another day of MMR. And yeah, we've got the Challenge Cup here for you this afternoon. We hope you're having a good Sunday. Fifth Whammy, how have you been?
It has been a good Sunday for me, Captain. Nice to see you here on stream. We've got Flouche on the left and Painapple on the right. I believe each pairing in the Challenge Cup plays each other twice. These two have already faced off once. Painapple took that one. And looking forward to see what these runners bring us for Game 2.
Alrighty. Well, that all being said, I'm hoping for my good old Andrew and Cafe or Beavers. We've had some eventful seeds in the last few weeks, although things have been kind of slowing down with the brackets starting to wrap up.
Yeah, there's not a lot of main Season 6 left.
Mm-hmm.
Have we had Beavers at all? I know we've had one A&K, but I'm not sure about Beavers.
Not certainly when I've been commentating, that's for sure.
But it's not too late yet. I don't believe we have a delay today, so our runners are at file selects, ready to set off soon.
Yep, the race has just been kicked off, so yep, it'll catch up in just a moment. That being said, honestly, there's really not much to say that's already been said. It's just been an incredible last 4 months or so with Season 6. It's been such a brain teaser trying to figure out how to read the hints, and then getting surprised when your potential IC is bait.
Yeah, it's been a real skill testing season, which is, a fair bit of what you want out of a main tournament. Speaking of skills, our runner's going to start showing them they're off. Painapple wants 20 rupees on the ledge.
Ooh, Andrew's chest had a Bremen, or Cafe rather's chest had a Bremen mask.
Wow.
So we got lemons behind a letter to Cafe today.
Our runners are going to be keeping their eyes peeled on their ICs, hoping to get some extra guidance on that.
Yeah, Painapple needed to take an extra look at that, because unfortunately the Bremen mask is a little tiny in that shot.
Yeah, the pendant item placements can be really small, especially if it's not an item you see often. And a unique mask like Bremen doesn't show up often there.
And it doesn't help that the item on Cafe's face is gigantic. Whoops, down he goes.
Painapple going to try again. There we are. Just walks at the center of that slide and then taps A at the very top to kick in the climb animation.
All right, we're going to get the Human Stray Fairy reward, which is yet another heart piece. But yeah, going for this 50, definitely not a bad idea. Lets you buy out both items on Tingle if you can get the Jump Slash. Otherwise, yeah, fairly uneventful first couple of items here for a change.
Yeah, both runners opening up north to take advantage of that very convenient 50 on the tree.
All right, you got anything good, Tingle? Nope.
Well, that 50 could come into handy at Bomb Shop. Certainly gets you started on the bank.
We're going to get our quad hints right away, folks. Get your notepads out. Yeah, everybody going for the Northern Field opener here, it looks like. We have Snowhead Great Fairy is dead. Stone Tower is dead. What a shock. Sewers has 2 items. And Guan Race is something that I couldn't read.
Circus Leader's Mask not required.
Oh, well, that's to be expected. All right.
The winner of the Goron race gets to cry. Very, very strange selection from the race organizers. We'll have to roll with it. Alright. Painapple continuing up north. Flouche heading for West Gossip. And Ranch Defense had a frog.
Yeah, well, that ain't gonna do us any good.
Interior
Pirates...
2 items.
Okay, so sewers and interior 2 items.
Wow. That's a stacked PF.
Indeed. Let me take another look at what that was in the bomb shop. That was... Chimera Mask, question mark? Apparently not, because Painapple's not interested.
Yeah, if it were Camaro, that'd be a pretty easy pickup on night 1. Just right
Indeed.
outside the bank in the shop. Nice work on the Dodongos for Flouche.
Alright, so yeah, after our initial array of hints, we have sewers and interior, both with 2 items each. Stone Tower Foolish, not the temple, just the tower. So the triple items up the top. Goron Race is dead, Ranch Sisters is dead, and Snowhead Great Fairy is dead. That's what I got down here so far.
I'm matching that. And pretty quiet seats so far, except for a Bremen mask around Cathay's neck.
Good chance if that is required, Letter to Cafe probably is going to be in one of those 2 ICs. I feel like an early Zora isn't entirely out of the picture. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if Goron is just chilling in interior for the sewers IC.
I would start expecting an early Zora if I were the runners here. I think both runners have seen, well, maybe Painapple hasn't seen the interior hint, but Flouche has the full picture.
I would wager that he's going to see it eventually.
Yeah, a lot of the early Termina Field gossips and checks are picked up by most runners, just in a slightly different order.
Ooh, Manamoroma giving us a nice heart container to start off here.
And I believe that was Garrow and Pillar Grotto for Flouche.
Alright. Alright, so not having to go hunting for Icona access is good, but that also means that's probably like the 2nd place next up on our docket. Knowing our luck.
Yeah, there's 2 Icona access masks out there. But even so, if you get one that early... Oh. Interesting gold rupee there for Painapple. An interesting hit from Flouche. Icona Great Fairy dead with the Lens of Truth.
Yeah,
wow.
dead lens from Icona Great Fairy makes sense, because that's... I think you need lens for something related to Icona Great Fairies. I might be wrong on that one, because I don't normally see Icona Great Fairies, so we wouldn't know.
Yeah, I don't think Lens is used at all in Stone Tower Temple, but the value of that hint is that it's not going to be used anywhere else either.
Exactly.
Especially if it's on Icona Great Fairy. Yeah, Flouche finding a big pickup in Termina Field Grass Chest, the Zora Mask.
Yeah, given the sewers and interior wath, we had to figure that was coming. In fact, Hookshot should be right around the corner too, given the circumstances.
Garrow's got a silver, and East Clocktown chest has a gold rupee. Plenty of valuable rupees for the taking in Clocktown.
Yeah,
Wow,
certainly
Flouche,
Bank 1 not an obstacle today. Maybe Bank 2 later down the road.
Yeah, good Deku Stick work from Flouche. Nice execution on both P-Hat and Dodongos. Practicing those Termina Field monsters. Paying off well. Yeah, chat, this is the 2nd round-robin game between Flouche and Painapple in the Challenge Cup. I believe we have 6 people in the cup, and then we each play each other twice. I'm a little fuzzy on the structure beyond that myself.
Same.
Painapple trying to count to 19.
Flouche, stop hitting the gossip stone. We're trying to read the hint.
Well, there's our ruling on the Bremen mask. Laundry pool foolish.
Ooh, Tingle has some decent goods. A bottle of red potion and Sniffa, which, I mean, no wallet. Might need that.
Flouche opting for the potion. Certainly a great grab here, especially with the red potion refilled. Maybe delaying Mask of Sense until later. Meanwhile, Painapple's got a Great Fairies mask from the Postman's game.
Okay. That could be an issue later. Now, Painapple's a little short of money here, so it's just going to hit the gong here at 7:30 to grab an extra 5.
Nice timing on that. Yeah, that's a check in mystery. Painapple does have some mystery experience.
Yeah, he also needed 2 extra tries on Postman's minigame.
He was off by a couple frames. The timing is tight on Postman's game.
Mm-hmm.
Not uncommon to see in this, even among practiced runners. Which both of these are at this point. Both have had several cup races. Have plenty of experience in Rando.
All right, Flouche on track for a pretty solid time here on Gorman Race. Yeah, gets a 47. If you folks are wondering where Zoramask came from, it was in the Termina Field grass chest. All right, Painapple gets immediately a bank 1 check here, and it's just a heart piece.
So many rupees in Clocktown today, they make that bank a pretty easy grab. Swordsman School had another 100. Garo was in Termina Field Pillar Grotto, and Zoramask was in Southeast Termina Field on the grass chest. So Flouche able to grab those, takes advantage of that to pop Tingle and Milk Road, gets a bottle, is immediately headed to Road to Southern Swamp.
All right, so it looks like Painapple has noticed the difference between sewers and interior, so... Oh!
June Cafe, stay quiet for another seed.
Ooh, yeah, Painapple got a little off course there on the jump slashes. Recovered pretty nicely, though.
And is that Deku I see in Road to Southern Swamp Grotto?
Sure is, and with a bottle in tow already as well, and we have projectiles. Oh, this is looking like almost a Swamp Spider House seed.
You know, it's in logic.
I don't like that.
Zora and bottle is enough to do the whole thing. We have a second bottle, this one of Chateau.
Ooh, good for money, good for the infinite magic that we don't have. Yet.
Tingled carrying 2 filled bottles. Fancying himself a pharmacist, I suppose.
Yeah, and I think there was more milk on the top of the tourist center that could have been the Chateau. So, you need easy Chateau, you know where to find it, apparently.
Yeah, Tingle also sold milk, and the Dodongos had milk, too. I don't know what Dodongo milk tastes like, but whatever it is, it still heals 10 hearts and 2 gulps of 5.
Yeah. I think that was a quick check of the postman, and that was a heart piece?
Yep, just a heart piece. Nice timing there for Flouche. Gets the postman just before he heads back to his office. Mr. Flouche gets a red. Painapple gets Garo.
So yeah, early transformations, but no bow, no hook shot, and we know Hook is going to play a part eventually.
And we're not getting out of this seat without a hook shot. But it does take its sweet time from time to time. Though with an interior, I see. I sort of doubt it.
Now, we could do exterior and a couple of interior checks with this equipment. Actually, no, we need hookshot.
Yeah.
Or Goron Mask to do those couple checks. So never mind.
The Goron Mask will get you in.
Yeah, so I'm still convinced Goron is in that Pirate's Fortress area. I wonder if this is actually a Rush PF scenario, because the game is basically screaming at you to go in that direction eventually. So the question becomes, do you rush it and hope something good, or do you wait for hookshot so you can at least clear the whole kit and caboodle in one shot?
Yeah, I think with, Zora and a bottle and the 2 ICs, West is going to weigh heavy on our runners' minds.
We also could see the Transformation Fairy reward from both runners. I assume they're going to both check it at this point. But first, a quick Blast Mask Lady check.
Yeah, Painapple will be here around 14 minutes. Flouche gets the couples mask. Still can turn that in. That doesn't close until 8.
Yeah, should make it.
And that's where Flouche is heading. Huh. Another purple. Clocktown, quite wealthy this seed.
It would seem so. No economy issues to be found today. So yeah, Painapple's going to get couples here. Unfortunately, it's too late for him.
Oh.
But should remember to turn that in eventually.
Oh, yep. Ice arrow behind couples mask.
I don't like this. We have ice, we have Garo, we just need a hook and a bow and some magic, and guess what? That's Icona access.
Yeah, the Icona package starting to come together. Painapple's gonna have to figure out how to route that in. The office doesn't open again until 10 a.m. Day 2. It does stay open until 8 p.m. Day 2, so you do have the option of doubling tonight too when you're in town and just visiting the office right then.
Mm-hmm. Maybe minigames could be a good incentive to sweep by.
That's true. We don't have anything to play minigames with, though. No bombs,
Exactly.
no bow, no Goron. Deku Playground's open, though.
Now, Painapple's dumping the remaining rupees again, so there must have not been something good in the bomb shop for the big bomb bag.
This many rupees in Clocktown, you might as well start playing for Bank, too.
You really should. I think Painapple already has 400 rupees in the bank. I think actually he's already within striking distance of Bank 2. Which is kind of crazy.
There's also a Chateau sale for another 200, though only Flouche can take advantage right now. Oh.
Oh, it's a bean as the bomb bag item. I was like, I saw something angled. I thought it was Camaro Mask at first.
I feel like that would be more interesting if you didn't already have Deku.
Yeah, because you can at least get to Deku Palace at this point. So I can... I mean, Painapple, I think, just saw it and dipped, but given what we know, at the very least, it's logic.
Yeah, I didn't see a gilded chest on Stump in TF. So perhaps not an urgent being. Of course, if you're planning on PF, and I'm sure our runners are thinking about PF with the Zora and those ICs, Great Baco's Cliff is on the way. And if you find Hookshot along the way, you have a bean, you have water. Clifford's in logic.
Yeah, I think you still continue to commit to your South opener right now just because you have all the tools needed to clean a lot of house here. If you're lucky, you'll find a Swamp Spider house hint along the way.
Yeah, Painapple playing a more traditional opening strategy. Leads him to Deku. Here's Tingle coming up ahead. Has the rupees. Can buy his first bottle. Could still sell it. at the curio shop if he wanted to.
BRB, Tingle somehow dodging unstable boomerangs.
It's a tough row sometimes. Nice timing for Flouche.
Shoutouts to the Red Rupee for 20 rupees.
Yeah, an interesting wrinkle here is that this is Painapple's first bottle. They could opt to soar back to West Clocktown, sell that chateau for rupees, get to Bank 2 potentially, and then buy a red potion for Corme in the Mystery Woods.
Flouche is going to convert that chateau to rupees here.
You don't get the full value, but again, you don't know if a wallet's coming, and 99 rupees is still 99 rupees.
I mean, for all we know, we could be skipping ahead here if one of the ICs just so happens to be a wallet.
Flouche just 2 rupees off of Bank 1. There's some sitting in the fountains and on the hit spot in West Clocktown and Permanent Field here. Flouche planning to go farther, though, I think. We might have a West play on our hands. Let's see, chat. Deku was in Red the Southern Swamp, in the grotto, which both our runners have visited. They've both hit the Southern Swamp Owl. Neither of them have gone deeper yet. That's definitely an option, though I suspect they're waiting until day 2 to make sure that Mr. Wood's day 2 grotto is open to them.
Yeah, that's a fairly safe bet. Flouche, meanwhile, with the bottle in tow, has a lot to do here in Coast. Could do Labfish, can check for Fairy Shuffle. Which, if it is Fairy Shuffle, I mean, nothing really stopping you from doing it right now. Could be like a potentially useful healing or something. Especially since you now have 3 bottles.
Wow. Even traditional eggs isn't all that painful, but you still would need hook for that.
This is a lot of early bottles. And you have to imagine there aren't just 2 extra bottles, 1-star bottles chilling in one each in sewers and interior, right? It can't be that easy.
With 3 bottles already, there's not a lot of bottles left to go around. Yeah, now remember, Flouche has not done Old Lady yet, is still close to midnight. And that's why I think they're going to soar back to Clocktown here.
Yeah.
Possibly they could have squeezed in Labfish here, but it would have been close.
North Clocktown has 3 items. So yeah, Painapple's going to take another very good look at that. Because one of them was the wait, no. What was on Tingle again? Clocktown Tingle didn't have a bottle, right?
That's correct. Clocktown Tingle was just milk and a red rupee. Old Lady didn't have much. Couple's Mask, though.
Couple's Mask turns into ice. Bombers must have something. And then the last item after that must be Keaton Quiz.
Yeah, there's also Deku Playground, which is open to us.
Oh yeah, there's that too. So yeah, that's actually a full clearable north right now. So yeah, Painapple gotta definitely be taking notes of that. Probably gonna turn that Couple's Mask the nanosecond the office opens now.
Yep, Katie being our tracker pointing out Postbox as well, which can contribute to a North Clocktown IC.
Yes. Well, the item in there would be 1 star in that case. So more than likely, one of these items is pointing to a bottle. If it's if it's the Postbox item or the you get the idea. If it's like the Postbox or the Keaton Quiz, those are 1-star only locations. So those would be most likely a bottle.
Yeah. Flouche already started Bomber's Hide and Seek when we weren't looking. Hasn't finished, and yeah, the kids don't have anything today.
So it's not the kids. That's actually pretty important, because so yeah, it's got to be Deku Playground and, well, it might not be Deku Playground. It could be Keaton Quiz and Postbox for 2 separate 1-star items. Couples is 2 stars, obviously, for the ice. So there's no way. I think that's our 2-star either way.
Yeah, no matter what, Couples is 2 stars. There's nothing saying we can't have more 2 stars in North Clocktown. It would have to be Playground, though, because Keaton Quiz and Postbox never going to be more than 1 star.
Yes.
It could be very helpful, though.
I think the better choice of words is that the couple satisfies the 2-star requirement, for sure. All right, I'm going to get a good look at this tourist center roof to see if that's the other chateau. It is the other chateau.
Wow.
So yeah, both chateaus just chilling right here in Swamp.
It's not a battery grab. Oh, wow. Komi's got a bow.
Okay, bottle of red potion paying dividends as well. I mean, this is basically the, this is essentially the Woodfall Temple clear package right now. So if the monkey gives us Sonata, that's a clearable dungeon already.
Yeah, Flouche making the very common play of starting off day 2 of Deku Playground. Flouche doesn't actually know about the 3 IC, but, you know, still very sound routing here to get your bombers done early, to get your Deku Playground done early. It's a great opportunity. Flouche taking advantage.
Not helping, video game.
How do you know if you take that out to the post box and the post box has something, then that solves your IC.
Like if it really is like just a bottle, all this for a bottle, I am going to giggle. Lovely bit of movement. A lovely bit of movement there from Painapple to hop, skip, and flip away from the Deku guards.
Wow.
Oh, I take it back. They're all 3 stars. They're all 2 stars, rather.
Postman's hat 2 star. Technically, the post box 1 star because there's multiple post boxes, but who cares? It's Goron. Flouche claims Goron. Nice pickup.
Oh, there's your Pirates Fortress Sewers package.
Yeah, and Flouche is already headed west. Has the owl. Now, Painapple's south play has been rewarded with a bow.
This is a very interesting start here. Oh, wall. All right, yeah, Flouche is going to attempt to, although with this angling, it's a little bit rough, but...
Yeah, the goal for the clip here is to use a corner. Unfortunately, I don't think Flouche has a smooth corner from that angle. Has to move over a bit.
Yeah,
there.
The problem is that... Not like it's going to do much... Oh, there we go, there we go.
Oh. Yeah.
That was almost a rude block.
Bunny Hood. No, that means the Great Fairy's Mask is in logic now.
Indeed. Now, that being said, we've only got our Pirates Fortress ICs left. The North Clocktown IC we've sorted out, because we've had Couples Mask to Ice, and then Postman's Hat to Goron Mask. So, you know what? Good enough for me.
I have to think. Yeah, here's Bank 1. And there's Sonata for Painapple.
So, in his case, that is a clearable dungeon with this equipment. Bow, Deku, you have what you need. So...
That's correct. It's the precise opposite direction of, I mean, not the precise opposite, but certainly an opposite direction from PF.
Yeah,
and from that Icona play we were mooting earlier.
I wonder if Painapple's going to try and wait for a hook shot to try and make Woodfall Temple a little less cumbersome. Because on one end, you could clear this dungeon and get a song, but on the flip side, we're missing a Foolish. So it could just be a dungeon Foolish, except Song Hint, for example.
Yeah. Flouche not rushing back west. Headed to south to use that bottle of red potion.
So yeah, to clarify on the North Clocktown kerfuffle here, the Postman's Hat and the Couple's Mask are 2 stars. The Goron Mask, which the Postman's Hat led to, is 1 star, because it could be picked up in either North Clocktown, East Clocktown, or South Clocktown, because of the post boxes. Either way, those are 3 important items, and therefore there's nothing else left in North Clocktown.
The interesting thing here is if Painapple proceeds with the dungeon, it's going to be with bare minimum equipment. He's got Deku, he's got Bow, but he's got no hook, he's got no fire arrows. He doesn't even have bombs or Goron to help deal with the turtles. Going to have to be pretty vanilla in how they approach the dungeon.
Yeah, but at the very least, at some point or along another, somehow he'll get FD right before Oldawa, because, you know, FD before remains happens every time.
It's been surprisingly popular in the recent restreams.
You love to see it. Alright, we got a small gilded over here. Watch this be a useless letter to Cafe.
Oh.
Surprisingly, no.
Yeah, Painapple has to soar either back to the Woodfall Hour or to somewhere else. Opting for somewhere else. Moon's Tear does help a bit in that calculation.
Alright, now Painapple's time of day is the way it needs to be for ice. So he really shouldn't sit on that for long, given that he knows North Clocktown has 3 items.
And that's going to be an out of logic bank too for Painapple just to bomb Chu.
Alright, Flouche is going to get the bow and go to Deku Palace here to grab Sonata. We're also still looking for magic.
Yeah. Also worth noting, Painapple does have that North Clocktown 3 IC to help pull him back north.
Yeah, like, he's gonna do Deku Playground with the knowledge he has. I doubt he would let that slide. And in fact, he's actually going to get the 2 remaining items here, assuming he turns in Couple's Mask, and see that that's it. And not even finish Bombers. Unless he wants just a convenient zip up to North Clocktown.
We see Painapple on the trail Deku Playground.
Yeah, that check's just given. Again, he knows about the NCT 3IC. It's way too valuable to skip.
It is, especially when facing the prospect of a minimal Woodfall Temple clear.
Yeah, that would not have been a fun time.
And after this, Painapple will face the decision of, do you pursue Pirate's Fortress, those ICs, or you just go for Woodfall? Maybe I could see it going either way.
Yeah, this is a really tough choice because I'm inclined to believe that bottles are required one way or another, just because of how many we've gotten already. So if that's the case, then bottles are 1 star. And therefore, it's possible there's a bottle in PF. But yeah, Painapple must be like head tilting at 2 ambiguous items in North Clocktown. But he does have both of those ambiguous items pulled out, so he is going to get the nice treasure trove of gear here.
Yeah, at least it's an ambiguous item we can resolve pretty quickly.
Yeah, I'm with chat that Hookshot is probably one of the PF items. I wouldn't be surprised if it's even vanilla.
There's Goron for Painapple. Painapple proceeding to the office. We'll get that crucial ice arrow.
See it. Once he sees that, he's going to realize that's all 3 of the ICs, and then he's going to hopefully not burn any daylight on Bombers. So what do we still need here? We need Fire, Light, Hook, and potentially Song items? Maybe Bombs?
And magic, too.
And magic, yeah. So we still need a few items. So the seed's not... Well, it shouldn't solve with a PF dive. If it solves on the PF dive, I'm going to laugh, but
I think we've already had our super jet for the month recently.
I'll have to look into that later.
They're nice in small doses, but
All
I
right.
enjoy some substance sometimes.
We enjoy a mild amount of tomfoolery, as the meme goes. Yeah, if we do need song items, then this seed will get turned on its head, and there'll be quite a lot of detouring to do. But yeah, right now,
with a lot open.
yeah, they're certainly a much better place for Woodfall Temple, although an extra sword would be nice.
Yeah, we
Actually,
haven't had a lot of combat upgrade yet.
Yeah, like you have Goron at best. Nope, all the way around. Nope, all the way around.
Painapple trying for the clip here.
Yeah. There is a way around. He's got to go up, right, and then that will happen. But this should be... Huh? Oh, wait, yeah. If he goes out and around... Yeah, he had to go out and around there.
And timeout for Painapple. Doesn't have the rupees to make another immediate attempt.
Well, I recall there not being anything of importance in there, I don't think.
That's correct. Flouche did visit earlier.
I mean, what was it again? Was it a heart container or something? It was something not helpful.
Oh, Bunny Hood.
It was Bunny. Oh, right. I mean, Bunny Hood's not too bad, given that we don't have magic with Goron yet.
It has its uses and mild logic significance, but...
Now, Painapple did not... oh, wait, no, the bean's on the other side. Never mind. So Painapple's going to use Deku to go get the observatory checks real quick, to at least queue up the business scrub, because we don't know what that has.
That's true. This is our first observatory visit of the stream. Just a piece of heart. Flouche on the left did call up Woodfall Temple.
Whoops, and down into the drink.
Yeah, the flight to Woodfall Temple, actually pretty tight. Not a lot of room to go off course. Alright, remember in Season 6 we have partial Stray Fairy Zone, so there's going to be 4 extra checks in here beyond the standard we've all grown accustomed to.
And I believe we get another hint here. And this one will tell us... Oh, wait, Laundry Pool is dead. We knew that already. Thanks, game. Thanks a bunch.
Still looking for 1 Foolish and 3 Always Hints.
Yeah,
the other
and...
Always Hint of great note was Lens of Truth not required on Iconic Great Fairy.
Flouche took a look at that item that was underground there. It looks like it may be Bomb Chews at best. In the meantime, Moon's Tear led to Moo.
Well, Moon Mask has 2 extra checks in Season 6. The bar doesn't open until 10.
Yeah, so Painapple has the chance to burn some in-game time here, trying again at Unfair Chest minigame. And that's a full block.
Wow.
Now, getting a full line of blocks isn't the worst thing, because at the very least, it tells you, like, what it does, like, guarantee a path somewhere.
Indeed. There will always be one path. So the minigame sure came out swinging early.
Oh, yep. So Painapple should know that if he goes all the way out and around, or just clips through like that, that works too.
Cleanly done. Nice recovery from Painapple there.
Yeah, so Goron at least helps you out a little bit in Woodfall, helping out with the turtles and with, it can be a method of attacking Oldawa.
As it stands, our runners lack even magic. It'll be a tough Odawa.
Yeah. We're gonna see what's in the business, Scrub. Alright, selling a bow. And worst of all, Larry.
Well, I don't think Larry's going to get any business today.
Alright, so that's a wallet-locked bow. And what is that on the pillar? I have no idea what that was. Painapple took a quick gaze.
I didn't see any gilded.
I took a look at the Twitch playback and I don't see it either.
The punch rock might have something.
The cursed tome.
The first paper of the seed.
Yeah. Alright, and it looks like Painapple will also make the Woodfall Temple play right behind Flouche. Alright, so I guess nobody wants to go into Pirate's Fortress without Hookshot. Which I get. You know, you don't want to have to come back.
Yeah, I suspect that's the fear, because there's 5 checks in PFS, or PFI, and 2 of them need that hook. So you're thinking, where do those 2 ICs land? Did they both land on the 3 checks that don't need a hook? Possible, I don't know how likely it is. I would have to think the odds aren't great.
I think the question really becomes, how's the end game going to play out? Because you got to imagine we're not going to be, you got to imagine the seed won't solve itself after these 2 ICs are cleared. So once we do clear these out, and I think that could also be what the runners are trying to avoid, is that they want to try and find other items before PF, so that way they could just go to PF and that could be the seed solved, and not have to go hunting for anything else. Because let's say sewers, like there's one, let's just guess that there's one 2-star item each, just the one 2-star item each, and that there's not another 2-star lying around elsewhere. Let's say it's hook and bombs and that's like the bare minimum. You're now hunting for fire, lights, potentially Cap's hat and mirror shield, with no further hints, unless the always hints tell you something else. So I think that's what our runners are trying to avoid right now.
We're still very much in a favor density and full clear sort of mode.
Yeah, like you have, and this gets you a song as well.
Yeah, it's tough to go too wrong doing dungeons. Even if you come up completely dry, you still have a remains and you needed that anyway.
Alright, whatever that was on the Beehive Fairy, not important for Painapple.
Might have been another bomb chew from my little screen here. This is the room where Goron shines. Win, pound, punch. Nicely done. Without a hook, our runners have to use this flower here on the far right of the pre-boss room. And so as it stands, 42 minutes in, Flouche has 3 bottles to 1, and seems to be carrying a small lead. Very small lead over Painapple here.
Yeah, the two that Painapple are missing, the two that Painapple's missing here, those are easy to come by, because one of them is on Milk Road Tingle, because that was the red potion bottle, and the other is on Great Bay Coast Grotto, which he's going to check on the way to PF. There's no reason you don't check that when you're not in go mode.
Flouche comboing jump slashes against the Dawa here. Very, very clean.
28 stab wounds.
Still 14 if you're doing jump slashes. First remains for Flouche. Healing.
That is not the song you want to get out of boss. So we need a song item now. We need Cap's Hat or Mirror Shield.
At least one, yes. We know we're safe from Darmani thanks to Lens of Truth not required, but Macau on the table, Camaro on the table. Heck, this is a step toward Pamela.
Yeah, Darmani is off the table because Lens is not required. That being said, we have gotten a lot of Icona items already. We just need Hook and Magic, and we're basically up there. And it looks like Flouche is now going to do his day 3 ranch checks, which I definitely think this is a good idea. You're missing a Foolish and 3 always hints, and one of them is most likely, let's be real here, a potentially required Swamp Spider House.
That could still happen. We've got everything we need for it. We have a fair amount of checks open to us, really. We're missing some crucial pieces. Hookshot, probably the biggest blocker left. Lack of bombs, also a bit of hesitation for a North play. Flouche wasting no time, doubling right away. You do know you don't need to do lemons here.
Very true.
Good point from Katie Bean in chat. You do have Woodfall cleared, so Butler and Boat Archery are open to you.
Well, unfortunately,
ruled out for that hit.
Yeah, not that one. So again with Sewers 2 items. So there's our other Sewers hint. So both early. Ooh, Painapple just barely squeezing the fire hit there. And there's the interior hint again, too. So, yeah, both the PF hints are in play early.
Just one more hint and a check here.
All right, well, the chest is garbage.
Seahorse is dead.
So unfortunately, that only solved 2 of our missing hints. There's still 2 left. And at the rate we're going,
way to start PF.
at the rate we're going, one of them could have been Woodfall Temple Foolish except for the song, or Foolish itself, or...
Yeah. Flouche took a dip to west earlier, is able to pick up where he left off.
And
what do you know it?
Yeah, so because it is Egg Shuffle, bottles are... Because Zora Eggs... Well, if Zora Eggs are required, bottles are 1 star, so...
Painapple engaging Odalwa. Gonna use Goron. Crouch steps this time.
Oh yeah, bottles are already 1 star because Kome has the bow, and as far as we're concerned, we haven't found another one that could be a backup.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they also count for Swamp Access this seed, but Pull me on the bow makes it pretty easy.
All right, well, Painapple made that work, despite a bit of a shaky start.
Our runners would have been pretty well equipped running vanilla eggs.
Yeah, luckily, actually, because it's not vanilla eggs, Painapple actually kind of gets a bit of a break here. Because one bottle egging Pirate's Fortress. Don't egg a Pirate's Fortress, by the way. One bottle egg Pirate's Fortress would be pretty rough.
Yeah, especially when we're looking at, ending the cycle. I mean, Flouche has
Yeah.
already doubled to night 3, and it's got to be on Painapple's mind. There's a song at the end of the cycle. Flouche still able to benefit from those 3 bottles, though. Doesn't need to climb up to the tank as often.
Indeed.
So Painapple's finished, and is going to be making the West play, I presume? Oh, no. Camaro first. Good pickup. Flouche will have the time of day of that before cycling.
Yeah, not to mention getting the song off the Skull Kid.
Ooh.
To mimic Camaro's own words. Healing required.
Well, that early dungeon trip going to pay off for both our runners.
So
As
we could
long as
actually
we remember
have...
to use it.
Now that I say that out loud, we could actually have words empty, use them, Woodfall Temple Foolish except for the song.
It could happen. Painapple also able to check Bobber out, and is going to get a blast mask for it.
I mean, that's explosives. We don't have explosives, so that's actually kind of a big deal.
It kind of is. Flouche was not able to get that grotto, did not have Goron yet, when he passed through the west. Going to have to go back and fix that, but at least it routes
me out.
nicely with Camaro. Yeah. This is the downside of
What
doing
is
it without
what is
magic.
happening here?
It is deceptively difficult to get back up there.
Ouch.
Yeah, at least he warped back up to the top and call upon her now. Yeah, the collision for getting up out of that pool there, not forgiving in the slightest.
Anyway, so yeah, Song of Healing required.
Whoa. I mean, at least it's in our runner's hands early. And there's ways to conveniently route it in.
All right, in the meantime, we are going to get our song.
We have here, with healing already accounted for, most likely this is going to be required.
Yeah, I'd be very surprised if this was, just because of the sheer number of bottles we got so early, I'd be very shocked if this was Storms. I mean, if it is, then whoop-de-doo, we have 2 song items we gotta go hunting for.
Huh? Vanilla eggs. Oh no, well. Shuffled eggs for vanilla baby Zora's check. Vanilla
Okay.
wave, there we are.
Unfortunately, there's not really much we can do with that.
Not quite, but with magic and a hook, we have logical Great Bay Temple between us on stream. Which doesn't have
Yeah.
the fire rose quite yet, but can still get through it. It's a frog on Tingle. Painapple trying to shoot Tingle from all the way there.
Which reminds me, no one checked Swamp Archery.
That's true. That is one downside of the bow showing up in Corme. You're pushed onward to Deku Palace, and Swamp Archery at risk of being left behind here.
Yeah, so anyway, Painapple just got both of the other bottles.
They were both pretty natural grabs.
All right, is healing double required? And can we please throw up Painapple's audio?
The cow has milk, just like the dongos and Dingle. You know, he could have drank that and recovered 10 hearts. He looked like he really could have used it.
All right, now Painapple is not going back in.
I think Painapple's being pulled to PF by those ICs.
Yeah, I think this is okay for now. Like, if you need to do eggs later, it won't be a big problem. But right now, there's nothing letting you go into Great Bay Temple. Yep, not enough of an angle. Take two. Silver rupee?
I think so. Now a hit.
Hey!
There we have
what'd
it.
I tell ya? I don't call this trash on purpose.
Impressive work, Captain.
I love this. To clarify with chat, the hint was Woodfall Temple's Foolish except for the song, which I literally said 10 minutes ago. Given that healing was required, Woodfall Tempest could very well have been foolish except for the song.
Wow. An early PF would have had some benefit for our runners.
Yeah. Okay, so both our runners are now going to get a bean?
Ah. This is exterior, though, the one non-IC'd region.
Fair. Alright, so this was also in Logic super early, because Zora was Sphere 0, the bean in the shop was Sphere 0. So yeah, beans are still early and fully in play either way. But yeah, we're going to see our runners with the sink here practically go right into PF. Now, Painapple is up on Flouche because he's got fire from healing Camaro, but Flouche is up on Painapple from New Wave. So, Flouche is going to be able to make up that time faster because it's just one check in comparison to dumping 7 eggs.
Yeah, it is past midnight for Flouche. So there's certainly the opportunity to get Camaro done before cycling.
Oh, big chest here.
It's a candidate. Whoa.
No, put it back. It's too late. Well, actually, if you're Painapple, no. It's not too late.
Painapple. Painapple has not visited Ranch yet. Can route that in. I would certainly wait to see what else is in sewers before making that call.
Absolutely. Because for all we know, that Mask of Truth could just lead to a bottle, for example. Here's something else, another big gilded chest.
GFS.
Well, certainly not going to say no to that. And then the last item must be this chest here.
So Mask of Truth, at least 1 star. GFS, useful but has no logical significance. Picto!
Ah, well, that's 2 ambiguous checks on Picto.
That's gonna have to wait for a cycle. Well, for Tingle. Tingle Photo has to wait for a cycle. Zora Hall photos could be done.
Painapple could do it, though. It's still day 3.
Yeah, Painapple is in position to do Dog Race. What runners could do the Lulu photo? Tingle photo, everybody gonna have to cycle though. At least one of those is 2-star.
Is the Tingle photo not available on day 3?
I think the problem here is that our runners cleared Woodfall Temple, so Pictograph Contest is closed for the cycle.
Oh, is that the case? Okay. Oh, rejected.
Not a terrible fate, because you're gonna cycle soon anyway. Especially Flouche.
The nice thing about missing Tingle photo is that at the very least, you can just get the photo and rush it.
Yeah, it's not too bad. You just have to wait a little bit. And this is still cycle 1, so it's not a huge imposition. You could even use your Goron to pound up and get your Chateau.
Pretty much.
Yeah, if only we had magic.
I was about to say, BTW, where did magic run off to? Alright, now we're in interior. It's not that chest.
Well, there is a peak here. If you angle your camera just right near the foot of this bridge here, you can see upper chest.
I thought for sure Painapple was going to get caught after hitting the ground there, but apparently the pirates can't see. Or hear a kid going, ah!
Both runners missed the upper chest peak.
Mm-mm.
We shot chest to something, though. Look at those bees.
Yeah, Painapple taking advantage of the arrows here to get a refill. Alright, Flouche is going to invert here, because it appears there is more to this pirate's fortress than meets the eye, and he's going to need an extra minute.
I would agree. That's a good call. It's approaching 4 a.m., so that's going to give him around 4.5 minutes to play with of actual time.
And it would appear we had a vanilla hook shot guarded by bees?
Vanilla hook that lets us clear out the rest of PFI.
Alright, so unfortunately... well, there's that... Yeah, and Painapple is also going to get an excuse here to check the Fairy Shuffle. See that it is Fairy Shuffle. And now we'll have no problem getting New Wave. And that should be our other item, a 1-star bomb bag, I would wager.
Most likely 1-star. There is that blast mask in Babbo Grotto.
Yes.
Watch production-wise, but I think very understandable to just cut your PFI short here.
Vanilla hook. What did I tell you? I don't call this trash on purpose.
Vanilla hook and 2 ambiguous items in sewers.
Vanilla hook, Woodfall Temple foolish except for the song. We are going to get a little more here because of whatever's either on Picto or Mask of Truth, because one of those is important. At least one of those is important, I should say.
Yeah, you do want to pursue those as a runner here.
I don't think we ever saw the Milk Bar purchases or Clocktown Central Pillar either, because we haven't been to day 3 yet, because everybody's been making this first cycle really long. Because, yeah, we're an hour in and nobody's cycled yet.
Yeah, Painapple's got the Romani's mask. Wasn't able to check it yet. Still doesn't have time of day. Honestly wants to stay on day 3 here, thanks to that Mask of Truth.
I would agree to that.
Yeah, Painapple also playing it safe, choosing to clear the 2 remaining checks in PFI. Gardner didn't have anything.
That being said, with Great Fairy Sword as well also in tow, I'm sure our runners are also thinking, where was that when I needed it 20 minutes ago? Super Link!
I do like that hook shot timing there.
Oh, hey, would you...
20.
Oh, hey, would you look at that? A wallet so you can buy the 200 rupee purchase.
Whoa. We're just going to want to secure that, and we'll have 38 minutes of tournament time to do so. Bar close. Well, maybe bar doesn't close on final night.
The bar doesn't close until... I don't think it closes at all on final night.
Just gonna let it go. Also missing a chance at Camaro for those fires.
Alright, here's another big chest here. Camaro Mask. So either Camaro Mask is dead or bombs are not required.
Whoa. It's a bit of an expensive check time-wise, but now that you have it... Painapple, of course, will have to cycle to check that out.
And the Skull Kid, in the meantime, has Elegy. BTW, we're still missing Magic, at least one song item, and Light Arrows. And we are now... Well, we're going to get one of those, at least, with our Sewers IC checks. Possibly
Magic is
more
all we
if
have
that...
left, though, for the upper Iconophant.
Yes.
So much on this table to see. Nobody's taken a trip north yet, and who can really blame them? Painapple just now doing their P-hat. Passed it up with the north opener in the beginning.
Yeah, this is going to funnel him into Milk Road. This is possibly a place he needs to be.
Good thinking from Katie Bean, our tracker, alongside Cube David, our restreamer, who's pulling double duty. Which reminds me, happy 1 hour, everybody. You're watching MMR on ZSR. I'm Fifth Whammy here in the booth with Captain MD. We've had a, fascinating seed between Challenge Cup competitors Flouche and on Painapple. Katie Bean and Cube David helping us on tracking, and Cube David going double duty as the restreamer. Thank you very much, and thank you all for watching.
Yes, indeed. It has been quite an eventful seed so far. We're finally able to piece it together, so it turns out both of our runners went to a, essentially at the time, unhinted Woodfall Temple. But the end result is they both end up getting a required Song of Healing for fire, what will be, in Flouche's case, because hasn't picked it up yet, Forg, fire arrows on Camaro.
That takes care of one use of Hector, but remember, in Season 6, Good Lulufolk will also in play a big Pictograph box. Nice horse race, sub 48 from Painapple.
Just barely able to squeeze that. And Hook also allows us to waltz into GBT. Not a whole lot we can do elsewise. Neither runner doing Swamp Archery either.
I think both runners are going to leave Swamp Archery behind for a little while. So
yeah,
the Pictograph trip to Tingle was maybe the best chance to route it in.
Yeah, we know Sniffa's dead now because we have access to a wallet. Easy access to a wallet, I might add.
A wallet which Flouche chose to pass on. At least he knows it's there.
So yeah,
we know on Restream that Flouche's going to need one more midnight trip to Clocktown.
Yeah, just barely enough time for Painapple to turn in this Mask of Truth here.
Ocean Title Deed, first paper.
That is late first paper. It's behind Hook.
Wow. Welcome ZSR, 66 Raiders. Glad to have you with us. You're watching MMR on ZSR. Challenge Cup Racing. Flouche on the left, Painapple on the right. MMR Season 6 settings, and quite a brain teaser of a seed, as Season 6 tends to be. One
So,
dungeon down for both runners.
as chat points out, we can turn in that ocean title deed. It is only locked by Zora, Hook, and a Mask of the Dead, which all three of we have.
That's true. 2 checks behind that.
All right, we got a Cave Grotto check here, which is another bottle. Okay, so that would make explosives 1 star for a bottle. Or wait, couldn't Goron Mask have made that work? Well, bombs could have also worked, so... Yeah, I think Camaro's mask is dead. If I'm reading the notes right here.
Yeah. Blue Dog doing his best on Painapple stream. Just running short of stamina at the end, the poor guy. Is not last, though. Good effort.
Yeah, I think Recomp actually rigs it so that Blue Dog always wins.
That's... I have to respect that on Recomp's part. And Painapple has to respect that captain's hat, which just showed up on Dog Race.
Yeah, unfortunately, too late to do anything good with that.
And Picto pays off for Flouche.
I would like
Chance
to...
that both 2-star.
Yeah, Picto's 2-star for Lights, and Mask of Truth is 2 stars for, potentially 2 stars for Captain's Hat. To a potential Lullaby or Oath. Or Storms.
Storms for Pamela. Maybe Magic's sitting there on the bats.
Yeah, we're about to have an interesting second cycle here, folks. So buckle up. We have literally everything except Magic. Which, honestly, of the things you're missing, Magic is not a bad one, because Magic locks out so many checks in so many areas. Like, it locks out Great Bay Temple, it locks out everything past Mountain Village on the way to Snowhead. It locks out Great Bay Temple. It locks out, yeah, all that stuff. So that's a lot of places Magic can't be.
Yeah, I mean, from the restream point of view, we could be looking at Magic no mode.
That would be really, really weird. Nonetheless, I've seen weirder. Now, heads up play from Painapple, Captain's Hat puts this chest in Logic, and if Captain's Hat is 2 stars, it could just be for whatever's back here.
That's true. You're here.
This could be Mirror Shield. Just to give an example, or Magic even.
Which has rupees on the brain. Visited the tree, got 6 more from Keaton Grass, and this is why. Town Archery.
Yeah, well, Keaton Grass will have nothing because we've already cleared out the North Clocktown ICs, so if Keaton Quiz is dead there, it's going to be dead everywhere else. BRB getting worst mask RNG ever.
Now, from Flouche's perspective, you still lack fires and magic.
BRB getting...
On
BRB getting literally worst mask RNG ever.
Oh. Taking advantage of the refills. If you aim well, you'll always be able to do it within 50 arrows.
BRB getting actually worst RNG, mask RNG ever that I can't recover from in a timely manner.
There we are. Now that Painapple entered with a full 30. Got 20 more from the pots and is down to 9. That's a lot of shots.
Yeah, it was a good guess. Unfortunately, it just wasn't anything this time.
Let's just guess, not paying off either. Remember, folks, there are 2 copies of Magic out there in the seed. We haven't seen either.
Yeah, we're gonna get mini games here. The rest of our mini games here from Flouche. Yeah, we never saw Honey and Darling. This has been in place since Bow.
Painapple gonna clear out Cape here. We'll find that Ocean title deed. 10 p.m. final night. Maybe not the best time to find new paper.
Yeah, you could still turn it in for still could turn it in for the actual title deed turn in.
And then Evan's gonna have a swamp title deed as well.
Right. So there are 2 good, perfectly turn-inable pieces of paper here. Now, I would say Ocean Deed is the easiest one to get back, so I would turn that in now and make, or turn that in for toilet paper and make Swamp. I mean, hindsight 2020, obviously, but I would turn in Swamp Deed for for its actual turn in, and Ocean Deed for toilet paper, since Ocean can be easily retrieved.
Yeah, I think Ocean, yeah, slightly quicker retrieval than playing the song for Evan, I'd have to say. I haven't timed them specifically, but I thought that. First peek of the Bomber's hideout chest at 114 in.
Yeah, Flouche is going to see there's nothing of importance except another bow on Larry.
I guess Flouche does know that Larry could be in Logic. Thanks to
That's
that
true.
wallet on the bar.
Did we ever see what was on All Night's mass purchase? I don't think we did.
I'm not sure Flouche peeked it. It doesn't become a danger until we find the second wallet, but if we find it, look out.
It becomes a danger if we see it and it's required.
Okay. Yeah, we're getting clarification from Katie Bean in chat. Yeah, there was a peek.
Okay.
So I'm not sure what it was.
I think chat's saying it was a silver.
That completes the elemental arrow trifecta for Painapple.
Yeah, he can also do stage lights here, courtesy of having those fire arrows in tow. Flouche, in the meantime, is still looking for fire and has to heal Camaro for it.
Flouche able to bomb boost over the fence.
Now, Flouche is in a bit of a pickle here because unless he gets a keg, he's not going to be able to get Captain's Hat until day 3, which means he's going to have to cycle reset again to go do whatever's behind Captain's Hat.
Yeah, it was tough timing for Flouche finding the Mask of Truth when he did. Normally it's good to, push the end of that cycle 1.
Also, I'm a dummy. You can't do stage lights without magic.
Both of our runners going to have to isolate that, but I think the only truly dangerous thing that could pop up there is Mirror Shield or something leading to it.
Pretty much. Keg 2 Mirror Shield would also be pretty funny in Wrench Cows.
You could have some awful requirement chain for Mirror Shield. So I haven't seen Donjero, for instance. And both our runners, well, they know about Woodfall Temple Foolish, so Frog and Woodfall Temple off the table.
It looks like Painapple's going to turn in the Swamp title deed. We have had north access for quite some time, because we had the bow early, and then Goron could substitute for bombs. And that was simply behind something nice.
On my record, that is the final always hint. Beaver Race dead.
Oh. Oh.
Let's see. Chat, you can get the map chest, you can get the boss key room. Let's see. Dex-a-Hands jar you can get to. If you use tech, you could get pretty far without ice. But logically, several checks are going to be locked out.
Now, Flouche is missing Great Fairy Sword, if not mistaken. He has not yet been to... or wait.
Wasn't it in sewers?
Great Fairy Sword was in sewers, right? Yeah, he does have it, I think. But is just electing to go with Goron and is in a little bit of danger here.
Flouche has it marked on the tracker. He's hitting a bit hard. Painapple
Actually,
conclude his cycle.
I sincerely hope there was something else left in those bottles. Never mind.
Wow. Close one for Flouche. Flouche is out. Gonna get a big gilded? Bombs.
Another bomb bag. So that was not locked by Captain's Hat. That was only locked by Sonata. So that wasn't hook locked. So yeah, it's looking like that could have been another way of getting bombs too.
I think so. Sonata came from Palace, if I remember right.
Mm-hmm. And Deku was super early and bottles were free. A lot of bottles were free. Now, Painapple does still have to detour for New Wave eventually.
Yes. With 4 bottles in hand, and the fairy and egg scoops shuffled, it will be a time-consuming detour, but not a complex one. We're also going to get to check up on that Chimera's mask, which we did find late in Pirate's Fortress Interior.
Yeah, I don't think this is anything. I think bombs are 1 star for at least a bottle.
I feel like the importance algorithm is usually pretty generous with giving bombs, their stars.
Yeah. Because bombs or Goron mask. Yeah, because bombs or Goron mask could have worked. So yeah, I don't think this is anything.
It is not.
Alright, Ocean D turn-in is another bottle.
That's 5 bottles. Flouche should get up here icelessly.
Yeah, it's gonna make a quick detour to Shrine Grotto first. So yeah, I think Painapple's on the right track here. Chase this Captain's Hat, find out what the song is. If it storms, then you know Pamela's required. And you just need magic to get up there, and it's gonna be for either Mirror Shield or Keg to Mirror Shield.
Got 3 songs left to find. Oath, Lullaby, Storms. If it's Oath or Lullaby, well, we have a double 2-star sewers with ambiguous items.
Yeah, we can't, we don't have access to hot spring water because no magic. And we don't have access to fire arrows because no magic either, so we can't get the Goron Elder. Yeah, this seat is becoming a little bit on the awkward side.
I think you could do Goron Elder out of logic if you knew Lensless Climb. Time consuming though.
You could do Lensless Climb, yes.
They think as a runner, you're hoping that magic shows up soon. What with being 2 copies out there and all. 2 copies.
It is also, chat brings up a great point. The song also could not be the answer. It could just be that you need to get into a grave for magic, for example, and the song might be Storms anyway, and just be not required. So that is entirely also possible. And the other thing is Lens isn't required, so we probably don't... I don't think magic could be behind Hot Spring Water anyway.
I highly doubt it.
I mean, I don't think magic can ever be behind Hot Spring Water, given it's basically needed to get it anyway.
There's Flouche with their... Puppy Ruddo check. Not bothering to go down. Blast Rod. And we saw what the trouble Painapple had getting out of that pool, so I don't mind Flouche there. It's going to lead into our first North play of the series.
And yeah, Painapple having much less difficulty with Kita, courtesy of Great Fairy Sword. Yeah, our first North check at an hour and 23 minutes in, despite having very early North access.
To our runner's credit, the Sea did everything to pull us elsewhere. Captain's Hat, Woodfall Temple, 2 PFICs.
Yeah, it really did make us go all, like, every other which way except here. And, you know, having said that, there's still going to be something up here, like a keg or a mirror shield, right? Like a completely unhinted, unincentivized mirror shield, like on... What's someplace we can get without magic right now that's not too bad? Zoe Grotto, Lens Cave. I don't think that was anything on Hugo.
We've still got Swamp Archery lurking in the background.
That too. Alright, we're gonna get our day 1 grave here from Painapple.
These are the time of day requirements for that Captain's Hat. Painapple's got a lead on that. Meanwhile, Flouche is right to be playing on night 1, thanks to that mirror check, which opens up at midnight in Termina Field. And it is going to delay the dog race and subsequent captains that much more.
I have no idea what was in Twin Islands under the ice.
I can see it myself.
And that song is a required lullaby. Yep, we need that.
And that is a 4-star 2IC in Sewers. A lot of legwork for that one.
Yeah, what was that? Picto to Light Arrows and Mask of Truth to Captains to Lullaby?
Indeed. We don't even have a lot of trade item masks left. I haven't seen Cafes, haven't seen Keaton, haven't seen A&M. We have seen Sense.
Yeah. Well, Sense we know is dead because we've seen a wallet. Keaton's going to be useless because North Clocktown ICs are cleared out. So yeah, only All Knights and... You mentioned another one and I've missed it. And maybe Don Garrows. Well, Don Garrows, if the Don Garrows is used... Don Garrows can only be useful for... Well, it can't be useful for the Woodfall Temple Frog since Woodfall Temple is foolish otherwise.
Yeah, I think there's 3 frogs.
Could be for Great Bay Temple Frog. So...
It could be for a mirror, maybe? Don't think it could be magic.
Yeah, I would say let's wait to open a bet for Mirror Shield until we find out what our song scenario is. We'll see if... Because what else do we have? We have Egos and... we have Egos and Goron Elder. So let's see what one of those is. Well, we can't even check Egos because we have no magic. So...
Yeah, well, there's a possibility that opens up here. We know the last song is going to be Oath. So if we need Mirror to get Oath, our runners have the option of pursuing the Oath tent by clearing all 4 dungeons.
That is a good point. A little bit of a spooky way to get around there, but Painapple made that work. Barely.
Just straight up rolling across is Goron. First time I've seen that.
And Flouche is going to open up Great Bay Temple. Not a whole heck of a lot we can do in here.
There are some checks in the first half. First magic in GPT, logically possible.
Yeah, at this...
Pickle, yeah.
Yeah, we're getting really stretched thin for checks here. Because all that's left is, like, all the lousy stuff, like Swamp Archery. The Swamp Title Deed turn in.
Inverting. Flouche must be thinking about Camaro.
Most likely. Could also be thinking about maybe trying to find a captain's hat for Graveyard. Doesn't want to let Knight 1 escape here. Granted, that's not the worst thing that could happen because you could just bomb jump over on Knight 2. Or various other methods of getting across.
Well, unfortunately, we know Flouche is going to have to cycle before being able to use the captain's hats when he finds it. You know, lack of magic going to keep our runners out of Upper Icona.
Painapple, no. Painapple going to be very happy to see that hard piece given the circumstances. Has been hovering under 1 heart for about 5 minutes now.
I think that's why he was willing to open that wooden. Fishing for a piece of heart and gets it. Nice to not have the consent of Crit Wiggle. Flouche going ahead and setting up the valves here. Planning to return once he does have magic.
Yeah, now, luckily, Lullaby I don't think can lead to magic in this case, because Path to Snowhead requires magic to proceed past it. So yeah, realistically, I don't think magic is going to be an issue for now. Oh, here's stuff.
2 chests, plus boss key, plus the purple rupee in the pot.
Let's see, that's a big gilded. Incoming bomb shoe, ow!
I believe this is Painapple's first trip to the bar.
Excuse me?
Wow.
Who put that there?
Nice play by Flouche. Flouche, that's the one. Flouche. Well done, Flouche.
Magic in... Unhinted magic in Great Bay Temple. Somebody explain the logic behind that one. We are going to get a sound check, a random ocarina sound check. You'll love to see that.
It's in play.
Now, Painapple did get the wallet here.
Painapple already has Bank 2, but hey, you never know if Smithy 1 could have something.
Yeah, we know it's in play now, so I think what we'll do is we'll see if Goron Elder has anything, because we now have well, actually, no, we don't have Lens, so we technically don't have Hot Spring Water access yet. And in Flouche's case, because no fire.
Flouche will go ahead and clear Wart here. They're still missing fires. They're still looking for song items.
If the other magic is here, I'm gonna laugh. Because it's possible both...
That, you know, Wart is one big detour on a Great Bay Temple clear. Most of the full clear happens just along the way of progression.
And now he can finish the dungeon too, given the given the magic.
Wow.
Okay. Gold dust on sound check. Oh, that's going to be so awkward if that's something.
Oh, that's bottle percent. And Milk Bar is helping us visit the smithy. Wallet Locksmithy 1. Gold Dust Locksmithy 2. But,
That's true.
We need magic for Smithy, though.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Painapple heading the wrong way. We know Great Bay Temple's the answer, and he also has to do eggs for that. So I can see him not wanting to dive any of this stuff without magic, but we know, unfortunately, he's going to have to bite the bullet and just do it soon. Unless, of course, there's just another magic lying around somewhere and he gets bailed out. That has happened way too many times than I can count on this channel.
Still true. We've still got another magic out there somewhere. At least for Painapple, there's some progression here, because you do need to talk to the baby Goron at some point instead of Elder Goron.
Indeed.
Yeah, Flouche spending some time trying to land a GFS hit on Wart. Has trouble going to bombs. Immediate spin slash well done.
Somehow, oh wow, so I guess there must be a weak time when Ward is sort of dizzy straddling.
Indeed.
Good
It's
to know.
tight timing. I have trouble hitting it myself, but Flouche has no problem. That's a good word. Flouche, a seasoned pro at Ocarina of Time Randomizer, and it shows in the execution here.
Alright, so Painapple is getting the swamp title deed back here to probably turn into the village scrub.
Did Flouche turn this in?
Flouche did not turn in the swamp title deed to the Elder. He turned it into Painapple turned it into toilet paper. Not the Elder, the scrub. But yeah, I don't think Flouche did. Because Flouche didn't come up here until the next cycle. So he would not have had the swamp title deed on the second pass.
Right. Yep, Bean in the chat confirming. Nice. Reasonably confident that Flouche did turn it in.
Maybe he did. I mean, admittedly, I've been kind of just trying to wrap my head around where magic was for the last hour or so. So, very likely I got...
Magic.
Okay, yeah, chat confirms it was turned in already. Never mind.
Thank you, chat. Yeah, some devious item placements this seed for sure.
Yeah, this is a tough one. Because you wouldn't think to do Great Bay Temple without magic. That's like, it's hard to get past the front door without it.
Painapple also wanting to reclaim Ocean title deed here. Also needs to get New Wave Bossa Nova at some point from the eggs.
Yeah, he does. He has gotten the egg at Interior at Fortress to know that it is Egg Shuffle, so hopefully he catches on to that soon, because we now know that at the rate we're going, New Wave is required for magic.
Time of day, 2:15. Close to finishing the temple. Should have time to go back to Camaro.
Yeah, as long as you do it any time before day 2, you're golden. So yeah, we're going to see the D turn-ins first.
Wow, look at that water wheel acrobatics there.
Yeah, unfortunately, Flouche is going to have to turn around here because there is a gilded chest on the top of the water wheel. Whoops!
Oh. That's a pity. right back up. An air spin to buy time for the platform again. 2 gilded on the water wheel chests. I saw one down there too.
Oh, really? Okay. Someone's practicing timing their Odawa sword slashes back there. I mean, come on,
Yeah.
that's at literally the same tempo. Nope,
It kinda
too
is.
far.
That hook looks really, really tight.
Yeah, this is really tough to do without magic. Or without ice arrow, or without ice arrows. But that being said, Flouche could stop the water wheel anytime.
Flouche has the magic now.
That should have worked, yeah.
Wow, there we are. Double defense.
Well, we're
Yes,
not going to
Shep, by
say...
the way. Yeah, we won't say no to double defense, that's right. Not gonna say no to this either.
So the way it is going, chat, it is looking like GBT magic is first logical. It could have been swamp archery, and there's another bow-locked bow. Oh, that is so bow-locked.
It was 2 stars today.
At the very least, we've got a nice fancy razor sword to play with. Surprisingly, and disappointingly, I might add, no FD.
Still very much the case.
Alright, what's Painapple doing here? Checking the rest of the hints. Definitely not a good idea to do well right now because no Gibdo mask and no magic for light arrowing for Mirror Shield chest.
Tapping Tingle, setting up Tingle Photo. Also has Ocean Tattle Dude on their buttons. Flouche making the jump to the green valve as Zora. That is tough to do.
Well, anyway, Painapple ends up being our first to bottle percent. And he wants this hint really quick. Or wants the money.
Just wants the money. Is he thinking Pohut?
Possibly.
Though of course,
I'm
we play healing for Pohut to get it down to 10.
Yeah. No, this is for something else. He can grab the Chateau here for some extra boosts later.
Has the bottle capacity for it. Flouche facing off against George. Combat picture now looking much rosier for the runners. Still no FD, but GFS, double defense.
Yeah, certainly not nearly as bad as it was at the start, but yeah, Painapple's just going to take advantage of the owl statue here to grab a fairy to convert to a Zeg. Actually, this is pretty fast. Going just out and then back in. But it looks like he's more interested in doing swamp archery instead. That would explain the money.
It's a good pickup. That's a loaded question, chat. Painapple has a required captain's hat, which is on Dog Race. And the fire arrows from Camaro, but Flouche has logical first magic in Great Bay Temple. And still needs to pick up that fire and that captain's hat.
I swear, First Magic is just chilling right here on Swamp Archery. It actually might... Painapple might start sweating if that's the case, because then he's going to think, oh no, this has been in play for like 90 minutes.
And wouldn't you know it, look what George has for us.
Oh, so what you're saying is... there's no way we could have gotten, because of Fire I was having to come first, there's no way we could have gotten Big Man before Remains.
Indeed.
We'll take it before 2.
Yeah, still gotten you an easier Majora and an easier Twin Mold if you prefer FD on Twin Mold. You can't beat the price. What, 2 seconds? Absolutely worth it.
Pretty good. With Magic in tow, Flouche is going to... can't check Egos without fire, but it is going to check the pillar. Can't do Mirror Shield chest either, unless you want to go all the way back out and around, which you can't do because you don't have Gibdo. So yeah, there's actually no point coming here. Yeah.
Interesting score from Flouche, yes. It is in logic now. So, Ice and Magic.
All right, please rise if able and remove your caps for the Flower Kingdom National Anthem.
We're seeing a Stone Tower Temple play. Not a Stone Tower play, mind you, that's foolish, but the Temple is logically clearable.
So yeah, we're gonna see Painapple get Zegs done now for New Wave, and hopefully Great Bay Temple after diving Pinnacle Rock for just a quick double check to see if there's anything hiding there. No reason not to, really. Because at this point, either we're in a Mirror Shield casino, or we are just straight up done. And Painapple just needs to get magic to melt Goron Elder.
Yeah, Painapple continuing to put off the GBT trip. Doesn't help that he doesn't have New Wave yet. Is thinking about it, has a bottled egg in the inventory, but still needs to take it back home.
I could see like going out of your way to see if you can find a cheeky Mirror Shield here, because then you could potentially check that way faster than it would take to do eggs.
You're still looking for Mirror, you're still looking for Magic as well.
Yeah, I was about to say, if you had Magic and Mirror.
Yeah, Magic in PR lower chest would be a huge gift for Painapple.
Well, he's not going to get that wish.
Yeah, the specific hint for healing, chat, was Woodfall Temple foolish except for its song, or, you know, one important song. Because healing is important, which is helpful, but there are times healing just has, you know, a stray bomb bag upgrade or whatever. But we've seen most of our bomb bag upgrades in most of our bottles. That's the funny thing.
Oh, this is smart. Painapple's going to use the Cape Fairy to stock up. When you have so many bottles, yeah, this is way faster. It's better than opening the door.
I must admit, doing fairy eggs of 6 bottles is not a contingency I planned for while I was playing Season 6.
To be fair.
But good thinking from Painapple here.
Alright, Flouche is just barely going to be able to heal Camaro on time before the end of Night 1, and this will reward him with fire arrows.
The moment I was fearing the pickup would pass Flouche by.
So this will now allow him to check the Goron Elder for the song, and that will help tell us if we either need Mirror Shield or it's just straight up game over.
And if we do need Mirror Shield, we have the benefit of the Oath Hint to help us find it.
Very true.
We're just gonna have to wait a little for that knowledge. Thanks to that captain's hat sitting on Dog Race. There's a chance it doesn't get found for a while, thanks to Pictograph being confirmed 2 stars for lights.
I still can't believe they turned this song around so quickly.
It came out like 2 weeks after the game.
Oh yeah, that doesn't surprise me one bit. Ooh, the Elder has Song of Storms. At this time, we will place a bet for Mirror Shield.
That sounds excellent to me. Chat, get your bets in. Where is the Mirror Shield? Almost all of the seed is open to us.
Yeah, at this point, besides our Flouches, which is the entirety of Woodfall Temple, which we cleared already, Laundry Pool, which, I mean, let's be real, was there gonna be anything in there at this point? And the upper end of Stone Tower, which at this point we just got to the owl statue for on Flouche's side. Could be Pamela, could be Twin Mold, it could be... And yeah, it's Mirror Shield, it's Ego's Oath. So, could be the Gold Dust, could be anything else on Smithy, could be Keg Trial.
There will be an Oath Hint chat, indeed. There's no way for Painapple. What does Painapple do next?
I would wager, I mean, there's really not much else you do besides go to Great Bay Temple.
I'm not sure what possibilities are left. Swamp Archie was accounted for.
Now, Painapple's gonna be in a really good position here once he does get magic, because in Flouche's case, Flouche can't do anything else until day 3, because he is waiting on access to Doggy Racetrack. Painapple is going to get magic and then realize, oh, I can clear all 4 of my dungeons here and then get the Oath Hint for Mirror Shield. So either he's more likely going to just start go-moding dungeons at that point. It could be, like, in a temple, but at least getting back to a temple is easy to do after you've been to it already.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, and you can set up time of day ahead of time, so when you get the Oath Hint, you can rush to wherever it is, pick it up. I mean, there might be some awkward positionings, like, say, Smithy 1 or 2, that require a cycle, but if you're in a race, I feel like you have to bet on it showing up someplace where you can get to on that night 3.
I think Flouche wants at least to peek whatever is on the path to Snowhead ledge here.
I didn't get a clear angle on it, but Flouche wants to jump across those invisible platforms. Well, I don't know if Flouche has Scarecrow set up.
Is it too far to see?
It should be visible from here. There's something there. Room key.
Oh, okay. Well, that can't be required because Lens is dead. Well, actually, no. You could do this lensless. Never mind.
Yeah, Season 6 has the logic enabled to do without Lens. Before it needed Lens, but not anymore. The only stuff that needs Lens in Season 6, Darmani, Shiro, sometimes Elder Goron if it locks fires, and Snowhead Great Fairy, but
That's
that one.
rough, though. That's really rough if that's Mirror Shield.
Yes. Yeah, Painapple would be able to peek it on the way to Lullaby. There's no time of day restriction on using the room key. You can still set up Scarecrow, I think, in the empty trading post late on night 3.
And yeah, luckily Painapple is standing right in front of his magic here, finally. I cue the frustration slashes. Or not.
First magic for Painapple at 153.
Oh no, unfortunately Flouche baby jumped and missed out on the room key again.
Oh. Yeah, I had to practice this one a bit, and it's possible not every runner might have been practicing for this. It doesn't come up all that often.
So yeah, Captain's Head also leads to Lullaby, so Flouche isn't actually going to be even able to go into the dungeon, so this is pretty much the only thing he can do here.
Yes.
Yeah. To be fair to chat, healing was kind of hinted required, since Woodfall Temple was hinted foolish except for the song. Incoming.
Yeah. Overall, Flouche has done very well on execution this seed. I just hasn't had the time to develop this setup with all the other stuff he had to learn, I presume.
Yeah, this is a really rough sequence here. Unfortunately, keeps getting bodied by these snowballs too.
If you lose magic on this slope, or I guess you lose spikes on this slope, it's tough getting going again. That Keith's doing a heck of a bully job as well. Good job, Flouche. Feel it out. Good work. Might be in range.
That should work.
This will be in range.
Alright,
We'll see it out, Flouche.
We'll see if room key is the answer here. Ooh, that night of the second day, Banner almost got in the way of Painapple's bomb jump there.
Goldust was somewhere awkward, right? I can't remember exactly where.
What was the question?
Where was Goldust again? Somewhere awkward?
Goldust was actually, yeah, somewhere awkward. It was on Soundcheck. Oh, hi, Keg.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's... Huh.
Well, that's an... Oh, that's a bailout for Flouche. That lets him do dog race now.
That's very helpful.
If he connects the dots on it.
Which hits the owl. I mean, he might be more worried about the ranch cows, but the option is there now.
Alright, he's going back to Stone Tower. Now he just has magic. He can go get the remains.
When in doubt, do progression. Best hope for Flouche here is that this has mirror.
Oh, come on. Who could forget Luigi singing that?
I never did play Luigi's Mansion when it was out. But I know it's on the the Switch service now, right? I
It
correct that.
should be on Switch 2 Switch 2 online, yeah. Are ranch cows shuffled, Chas? Yes, they are very much shuffled.
Season
Pretty
6,
much
we have 3 checks on the cows.
Yeah, pretty much the only thing Keg is good for. Instead of a song. Whoops! A little bit to the left.
Had great timing on the rest of it, it was just that last little jump. Painapple fitting in a magic refill while waiting for the lift to come back out.
So yeah, he is gonna stop the stop this here. It just gives you a clear shot at both items. It's much less of a pain in the backside to do. Nothing a fire arrow shot can't fix in a minute. Alright, now Flouche is double checking the one fire arrow lock chest here.
There's something.
Was that a small? I think so.
Nice bomb pretty cool to get out. Oh.
What, no, clipped out of bounds? That's never happened before.
First time for everything on ZSR, I guess.
I think Flouche just headed towards the corner too fast and then just went right out. Because, like, the game doesn't handle corners very well. If you're going at them too fast, you are just going to clip right through.
And now has to line up the hook shot to that chest. Tricky. And, close. I like the tech. Just missing it by a hair each time. It might be a small one. This corner is also painful when you have hook shot.
There we go. Yeah, that's a small gilded, alright. Mountain Deed, maybe? Oh, no, the other chateau. Because, yeah, there's 2 chateaus. There's the one that Cremia gives you for doing Ranch Defense 2 a second time. And then there's the one you can buy from the milk bar, so that makes sense.
Wow. Well timed. Recoils all around on the stream right now.
Alright, so a reminder, if you are looking to bet for Mirror Shield, it will close once Painapple gets to George. Which will be very soon. Because I think it's just... Yeah, because it's just one more green turnkey switch here. Okay, good. Somebody added a Somewhere Stupid bet just to be safe. At this point, pretty much all that's left is Somewhere Stupid, except maybe chilling in the front of Snowhead. That's not really that stupid.
Our runners had to do a lot of scouring in the early and mid game here.
Yeah, Secret Shrine is perfectly fair, and it's literally Mirror for Oath, so literally nothing else locks it. And that is it for our bet.
So as Painapple faces off with George, happy 2 hours. This is MMR on ZSR, the Season 6 Challenge Cup. Flouche on the left, Painapple on the right. Strong performances from them both, untangling this mess of a seed. I'm Fit Whammy here with Captain MD, walking here through all the action. Thanks to our trackers Cube Javid and Katie Bean keeping us straight. Thanks to chat for chipping in as well, and thanks for Cube David for streaming this and helping make the show happen.
Indeed. I always say every day is a good day for MMR, and today is no exception. But yeah, this, ooh, great arrow shot. Also cutting it a little close there, I might add.
It's an immaculately timed transform.
So yeah, with that said, Flouche is on the way to finishing up ISTT. Painapple's gonna get FD here, and probably wish he had that an hour earlier.
Right now, I mean, it's 2 remains to 2. Flouche is on the trail, remains 3. But Painapple has the full package for clearing the other 2 dungeons, has the benefit of the Oath Hint, should he wish to pursue it.
Yeah, which I think if you're Painapple, that is what you do. Like, I think on your way to Pat's a Snowhead, you grab the keg. You don't, like, leave anything that's immediately in your vicinity, but...
What Painapple could do is turn in the gold dust here. If you're planning to double in the final dungeons. No, Painapple does also have to actually obtain the Oath.
Yes.
That's true, so maybe I've been speaking ahead of myself.
Now, I believe Painapple's already chatted with the Crybaby Goron at some point or another, so can just immediately go ahead and grab this, and he's gonna see that it storms, and realize, all right, well, I guess I'm hunting for Mirror Shield now. Thanks, I hate it. And Painapple just stares at it and says, I hate it here.
Oh. Trying to punch his elder. It's not very polite. I wonder why the elder's crying.
Adding ice to ice does not reduce ice. Sorry, I couldn't resist. That could also be... No, wait, that's a chest fairy. Never mind. That's a gilded chest. We're seeing a lot of gildeds in uninverted. Might be worth a quick double check over here in Flouche's case. Because Flouche has also not unlocked the ranch on night 2, so yeah, is gonna have to wait until day 3 now to pick up Captain's Hat for Lullaby.
Apple. Take the peek. We'll see room key there. Sees that gold dust on his screen. Do not turn it in. Which if you're planning to double while pursuing the Oath Hint...
I think it's more... No, I think it's prudent to just hit the owl statue real quick and then turn that in. Because then you can just soar right back. Because if you may have forgotten the gold dust and then you're just seeing it now, then you're already more than halfway up to the owl statue. So there's no sense in turning around right this second. Best to hit this first, that way you could just go right back.
The problem with Flouche Spaces right now is that when you've got a dungeon open, progression and density, it's going to take priority in your mind over that Mask of Truth that was part of an IC that already gave a 2-star item. That's out of the way time of day wise as well. There is that Foolish Accept song to help, but it helps for fires, not for the other one.
I think you still get the gold dust out of the way, because that's a time-gated check, and also you're going to have to get it again if it turns out Mountain Village is the answer.
Yeah, you have to wait until 10 PM to reclaim it.
Yeah, because it's on, sound check. So yeah, it's not on a good spot to retrieve.
Let's see what
So if
line
the-
Painapple takes here.
So yeah, if the answer is Mountain Village and it's not springtime, then this is gonna hurt. Or day one Smithy, potentially. But either way, that's gonna be a cycle reset.
Painapple taking the go mode route here.
Yeah, I think this is the right play.
Now watch Painapple's clock. Once it hits day 3, no more turning into gold dust. He can squeeze this in, but he's got to be quick.
Yeah, I think I would invert just to be safe in case Goat decides to be nasty.
You've also got the Wizrobe fight, so I think you would have to invert here.
Alright, Flouche is down to 2 arrows. One shot.
Last arrow out of magic. Does have the GFS. And bombs. Slim pickings. We're fighting Red Twimbled. Oh, there's FD.
Yeah, got a full tank of magic. Might as well use it. Did Painapple get the boss key? Oh wait, no, it's just gonna jump down from here, never mind.
Variant I haven't seen before.
That was spooky. I think he is playing like he is going guts and glory, if that's the right choice of words here. I think the phrase is no guts, no glory, but
I like to play for offense. You know, that gold dust is passing by. Push, another magic refill. FD's targeting not the best against Twinbled.
And it's dawn of the final day.
Odds are that won't sting.
Well, hopefully for Painapple, it's not gold dust. Because that is going to be a huge pain in the backside to get. Alright, and Flouche, meanwhile, has finally finished off Twin Mold.
The one saving grace for Painapple is that at least he knows where it is. Flouche doesn't even have gold dust yet.
Nice pendant of memories on Twin Mold.
As one boss fight ends, another begins. Where does Flouche go next?
Probably Secret Shrine. It's the next most dense place. Never mind.
Apple opting for arrows. I come a bit
Incoming.
short. Nice hit.
Alright, so we are going to see Flouche do uninverted Stone Tower Temple. This is also not a bad play. There's a lot of checks here, and you have light arrows, so it's not nearly as painful as it could be.
Yeah, 3 bonus checks too from partial stray fairies. When in doubt, play your density. Really understandable play from Flouche here.
So now it's just Stone Tower Temple left, and I don't think Painapple's been up there yet, so is going to have to climb the tower the hard way. Well, I mean, there is only one way to climb the tower, but... Yeah, Painapple was walking towards it and realized, wait a minute, there's a time problem here.
No choice now but to swallow the mistake and keep going. Odds are you won't be punished.
I don't know. Given where we're going at this rate, I mean, anything is possible. If it says Iconic Canyon, I'm going to laugh because that means it's either Pamela or Pohut. Which on that... Oh, he was thinking about Pamela, but elected against it. Yeah, now if it is Pamela, Painapple is going to have to cycle reset.
Yeah, Pamela
after
and
clearing,
Pohut.
Yeah, after clearing Stone Tower Temple. So yeah, if you're cheering on Painapple, you do not want to see Mountain Village. You do not want to see Iconic Canyon. Oh, that's just haunting. Gwaze or Redead sounding like Wallmasters.
Oh, I kind of really appreciate the Wallmaster alarm myself. You know, in its actual context. But why I don't shuffle sounds?
Alright, there is another gilded chest here in Stone Tower Temple. This tends to happen a lot. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, interference from the fire keys. I just got knocked off the top platform of Stone Tower the other day by a fire keys.
So that's concerning. That was Giant's wallet. Well now, Mirror Shield on Bank 3, anybody? Certainly would satisfy the somewhere stupid quota.
Hey, it could happen.
Oh, so now if we see West Clocktown, we're gonna flip out. Because that the only place that could be at this point is Bank 3.
It's a good seed to have lights and to have gold and silvers in Clocktown, that's for sure.
Now, here's a question, because this does always throw me off. If it's West Clocktown, well, let's say you need All Knight's Mask to get Mirror Shield, and All Knight's Mask is in West Clocktown. Will the game say West Clocktown for the All Knight's Mask because that's the start of the chain, or will it say Stockpot Inn because that's where the Mirror Shield actually ran off to?
In that case, it would hit Stockpot Inn, the region of the Mirror Shield.
Okay. Yep. That's what I thought, but I figured I'd just double check.
Yeah, I mean, there's still a small risk of absolute disaster here, in which, yeah, Stockpot Inn would be awful because Cafe's Mask also still out there.
Yeah, that would basically completely change the ball game. Because then, at that point, you've already cleared the dungeons and you have no help.
Yeah, I mean, for Flouche, from our perspective, that is the out for Flouche to come back and win here. Just an absolutely awful event.
So yeah, folks, a rare pleasure here on ZSR. We're gonna see in a few minutes from the Painapple the Oath Hint.
Painapple not doubling yet.
Yeah, I think just double checking to see if a cycle reset is required. Whoops! Baby jump. It's okay. It happened to Flouche. It happened to Flouche the entirety of that Pat to Snowhead kerfuffle. You could thank Dark Souls 2 for making me appreciate the term baby jump. I don't remember if it was 2 or 3 that speed run that was on GDQ a while back mentioned that term.
Well, you know,
I think it was 2.
Whenever I feel bad about, you know, N64 Zelda jumping mechanics, I just think of Dark Souls for a few moments, and then they don't seem so bad anymore.
Alright, so the lava room is not the answer for Stone Tower Temple, and I think that's everything Flouche can do back here. I think we've tossed the place. Yeah,
I think so, even with extra straight fairies. They're all along that line on the right.
All right, so that Stone Tower Temple, not the answer. Maybe we'll see Pamela from Flouche?
Pamela?
Oh, no, not anymore. Not anymore. We've already, it's going to be Shrine. I forgot, Flouche is already cleared for this cycle.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So yeah,
true.
no Pamela, no Pohut.
Shrine has 5 checks.
Now, if Flouche does get Mirror Shield here, Painapple still has a pretty big lead, because he just has to go get Mirror Shield and then fight Egos, and then that's it. Flouche has to get Mirror Shield, fight Egos, and then still get Lullaby and do Snowhead Temple on top of that.
Indeed. Indeed. No matter what, you're not getting out of that dog race, the captain's hat, the Goron Lullaby loop. It's a required part of the seed.
Yeah, like, if the answer is Shrine, then it's Painapple's race to lose. I mean...
Oh.
I mean...
Well.
Now, in Flouche's case, that's not too bad, because at least that can be turned in within reason, but in Painapple's case, it's too late. But that's nothing one cheeky cycle reset can't fix.
Yes, but Painapple would have to search it out manually, because the hit would say sock butt in.
Right!
And there's also the threat of Gibdo Mask. We could have a well still.
Oh, bottom of the well would be absolute trash right now. Because this is out of the way for Oath. It's not even for like another item leading to progression. It's literally just for Oath. And which is like the most useless song besides finishing the game.
Yeah, Oath Head pointing to Great Bay Temple would also be a disaster, because you got a hunt for 20-year-old.
Oh, jeez. Snowhead Temple wouldn't be the absolute worst, though. Snowhead Temple is pretty easy to do the side rooms. And you could just waltz right into it.
Our runners also have Great Fairy Mask in case Snow Removal has it, too.
Yeah, no, Painapple did not check that in the sweep through Snowhead.
Painapple wanted that Oath Head. I can't blame him one bit.
Yeah, especially after essentially last locationing your magic.
Brace yourselves, everybody. This 40-some second cutscene gonna lay out the rest of the seed for us.
Yep, Vest checks. This is perfectly appropriate. Unsettling music for an unsettling hint.
Here it is.
Icona Canyon. It's Pamela or Poe sisters.
Well, Painapple has the cycle, but it could be worse.
Yeah, no, this is game over. Painapple is Painapple's race to lose. It's a little ugly, but otherwise it's actually like probably the best place it could be, because it's literally just grab Mirror Shield, waltz over 5 steps to the castle, clap Egos, and that's it. And then just wait until night 3.
And Painapple knows the program. The cycle, spam some doubles, do your Pamela, do your Pohut. White arrow away for your Pohut entrance fee.
When Pamela is faster than Pohut for your go mode.
Yeah, at least the clock runs while you're doing Pamela.
Yeah, it also might not be a bad idea to run and grab a chateau while you're at it, because it is just chilling on the tourist center roof, but I don't think Painapple's going to do that. Instead, he's going to use Grandma to quickly get over to day 3.
I'd say Grandma's faster than 4 doubles.
Or wait, played the short story? Never mind. Might have just been an accidental mispress there.
It might be a reflex for us. We do love our short stories early in seeds.
To be fair, Painapple is also probably sweating right now because of the last location magic kerfuffle. He doesn't know he's got a decent advantage right now, but you know, he last location magic. Healing was required for fire arrows and all that. He wasn't happy about that.
Yeah, it was a real tangle of a seed. Tough to predict where you are. And you're always nervous when you're at the end of a race.
Not to mention the vanilla hook shot. That is bait right there. Gibdo on the end of Secret Shrine.
Shrine is bait. All Knight's Mask and Gibdo Mask. At least reverse that wasn't too terrible. But...
yeah, that is just unfortunate.
Vicious Shrine. I would be 2 in Flouche's position. It's gonna be bank 2 for Flouche.
Literally playing Song of Healing during Song of Death. Thanks, game. Thanks a bunch.
Song of Anti-Healing. First toilet hand for Flouche. Oh no, room key. Room key Flouche worked so hard for.
Luckily had a spare bomb drop available, but we'll improvise with Blast Mask instead.
Flouche thinking about that wallet.
Appropriate. Is this the correct check music?
Could also end up doing sound check leading to gold dust. Because Flouche is out of usable dungeons. Has 3 remains in hand, hunting for that lullaby. Pamela, are you gonna put a capper on this seed?
No. Get your butts to Poe Hut.
The Poes have it.
Why has Painapple's music been just on point today?
That is an excellent theme for Pamela, actually.
Flouche, meanwhile, having a few songs of hard moments here on this sound check.
Yeah, both runners turned in Ocean Title Deed, if I remember right.
Yeah.
GFS and Lights will make short work of Bohut, but Determinate Clock will not run.
Oh, well, that was short-lived.
Let's just take a look at the ICs here. 2-star Couples Mask for Ice. 2-star Postman's Hat for Goron. 2-star Pictograph Box for Light Arrows. 2-star Mask of Truth for a Captain's Hat. Stop.
Yeah. And 2-star Vanilla Hookshot. And Goron Mask being a 1-star IC today.
The ICs give us 5 required items, and we still need over 2.5 hours.
Because of an unhinted mirror shield.
Well, we were saved by the Oath Hint there.
Well, yeah, and that wasn't so unhinted, but that is just rough. I mean, at the very least, you just waltz right, like I said, you waltz right over here, you give Egos a couple of punches, or a few Deku Bubbles, take your pick. Was that a vanilla Gilded Sword?
It might have been.
It's totally a vanilla Gilded Sword.
Alright, time for Flouche to use that keg, I'm thinking.
This seat is comedy, and I appreciate every minute of it.
The not being able to turn in that Mask of Truth Cycle 1 might have been the decider here.
It's not even not turning it in Cycle 1, it's putting off the keg when he had the chance. Actually, yeah, because it wasn't Ranch Cows that was needed, so you could have done that day too.
Yeah. Which was in a tough spot because it's competing with dungeons at that point, and the Pictograph Box was confirmed IC.
Right. So yeah, Flouche is going to get his Go Mode, well, not Go Mode, his path to Lullaby Captain's Hat. And that's still not even the end of the story. He would still have to go and grab Mirror Shield off of Post Sisters. Anyways, chat, we're gonna be chilling for about 5 minutes. This would be a good...
Yeah, I wonder if Flouche will solve the solve, or maybe it won't solve the full seed, but we'll get their Captain's Hat in time.
This would be a good time to go take a break, grab some snacks. You know, maybe chat about a couple things in Discord. You've got a minute.
Precisely, I think you've got 2 minutes. And change. Chat points out we have a full tracker on Painapple's side, minus the lens, which is ruled out by an always hint.
Yes, it was hinted not required on Icona Great Fairy.
We saw every bow, we saw Blast Mask and 2 to 3 bomb bags. We saw all 6 bottles, and Painapple has them in hand. Both runners have them in hand.
We're not going to see what's on the Ranch Cows. We'll see if there's even more bait in this train wreck, like a cheeky cafe mask. That would be some comedy right there.
I think Cafe, Don Hierro, Landy, Mountain Bead.
Unfortunately, that somehow reached the cow in the back and gave Flouche a second check on that one.
You gotta be careful with the cows. They all want Link's attention.
Where was that stone mask when we needed it 2 hours ago?
Oh.
Anyway.
I'm trying to remember where that keg was. Did Hookshot lock the keg?
Yes. It was in, somewhere stupid. Give me a minute. It was in Pat's Snowhead Grotto. So it was
that's
magic
right.
locked. So basically it was hookshot locked. So yes.
We never did see second magic.
We did not. That is one thing I would like to see in the spoiler when we get a chance. On that note, excuse me a minute.
Painapple literally dancing the night away. I believe Painapple has run 6 of their Challenge Cup races. Has recorded 4 wins. So good showing on their part. On their way to a 5th. Opening our magic refill with a bomb. And there it is. Captain's hats for Flouche. Has the time of day for it. Is going to pursue that, I'm sure. Mirror was Pohud, and we got there by way of the Oath Hint. Which is a great relief, because I don't know how else we were going to get there. It would have been a while. Particularly since A&M and Gibdomask turned up in Shrine.
All right,
Cafe
who's ready?
unaccounted for. Donjaro unaccounted for. Second Magic unaccounted for. But otherwise, yeah, we're all set. Welcome back, Captain.
All right, who's ready to see a boss get completely and utterly annihilated by a big man?
All of us, Captain. All of us.
All right, Smithy Day 1 is a nice heart-related item. We did pretty good on defense today. We got heart pieces and a couple of containers nice and early. We didn't have to worry about combat particularly early since we didn't have like 5-minute Icona access.
Yeah, I think both runners took care of the dongos early. Had little trouble.
Whoops. Into the drink.
Tough to line up the angles sometimes. Tough seat for Flouche, who has, brought some great execution to the table. Very nice work kill. Nice quick spin to finish off it off after the drop. Some bold acrobatics on the iceless water wheel. Here's Wrath. GG.
And that does it. Painapple finishes in first place with an official race time GG time of 2:35.58. And that means Painapple will win both races in this series between himself and Flouche. GG's and congratulations.
Their first race went until 3 hours 20 minutes. So this is something of a relief for Painapple, relatively.
Oh, lordy. Yeah, so Painapple late to Magic. I mean, both runners were late to Hookshot. They got it at both about the same time. But Painapple getting the pushing healing early. So
Yeah,
I
got
think
healing done early, got Mask of Truth done early before the seed opened up more. Very helpful in the end.
Yeah, I think, and also rushing the Oath Hint, I think those were all the big breaks for Painapple there. Flouche had the keg, but just decided not to use it, unfortunately. So yeah, that being said, Cube David, as far as things we're looking for in the spoiler, we would like to know where the other magic was. I guess. Actually, there really is not much else we're missing at this point. So yeah, really just the other magic.
I believe that's going to be the official DNF from Flouche.
Yes, Flouche has DNF'd. He will not be finishing. Hopefully will be joining us for the interview. Painapple will also be joining us.
Yeah. Did make it to fit mode in the end. Respectable showing, no doubt.
I think it's a safe bet magic was magic locked, though, given the circumstances. Like, we basically full cleared the whole rest of the game. And we did see Swamp Archery eventually, so yeah, like, I think magic is, the extended magic is magic locked one way or the other. Knowing our luck, it's probably chilling in Snowhead Temple.
Yeah, maybe springtime?
Could be spring, yeah.
Welcome in, Painapple. GG. Welcome in, Flouche. GG to you, or Flouche. Flouche. GG to you too.
Oh, chat's, never mind.
Guys, yeah, okay.
right.
Hello everyone, thank you. GG's to Painapple.
Painapple, I guess.
Me, so.
Yeah, Painapple, I guess, just has to sort out a quick mic issue real quick. Yeah, so that being said, yeah, GG's to the both of you. Painapple,
Hello?
congratulations. Oh, there you are.
Shit.
Yep, we got you. We got you.
Yeah, it's difficult to hear that.
So, do you hear us now?
All right, well, Painapple gets that sorted out. So I will
I'm
say...
just gonna do it on my phone.
Oh, okay, that works too. All right, so yeah, while Painapple gets that sorted out, Flouche, so the story, so the story of this seed is, you both last location your magic pretty much in Great Bay Temple.
Okay.
Yeah, there wasn't really anything pointing right at it right away, to be fair, except maybe the vanilla hook shot. But the big break for Painapple is that he went for the Mask of Truth and healing checks a lot earlier, and therefore was rewarded with Camaro's fire arrows and the come on, MD, use your words. And the mask of and went for the Mask of Truth earlier for Captain's Hat, which netted him an earlier lullaby. He then went to rush the Oath Hint, which told him to go to Icona Canyon, where Mirror Shield was just chilling on the Poe Sisters.
Yeah, I read that in the chat. So voila, okay, that's okay. I didn't want to do these checks because it's so long. But yeah, there were two remaining items. For me, Captain Zator and Mirror Shield. But I didn't see deep enough for the off in, so I should have rushed the dog race. Voilà, faster, of course. I should have rushed it. So should have rushed it instead of doing this useless zones.
Yeah, we thought that you were going to push the keg after you picked that up to try and sneak in dog race on day 2, but that ended up not happening.
No, that's right. Because I wanted to stay on my cycle because I need to provide time dependent stuff.
Understandable.
I mean the room key and shit like that.
Yeah, gotta hand it to both of you on execution. You both pulled off some really fancy jumps and tricks. And then, of course, the baby jumps got both of you at some point along the way.
Yes, I had plenty of those.
So yeah, Painapple, welcome back. We were just explaining the story to Flouche. Your big break was that you pushed the Mask of Truth and Healing checks earlier, which ended up getting you in a position where you could rush the Oath Hint earlier for Mirror Shield. You effectively last locationed your hookshot and your magic. Flouche was a little earlier to hookshot by comparison, and earlier to magic, but ended up not having the right time of day to go do doggy race by the time that Mask of Truth did show up.
Yeah, there was an opportunity, but Keg was also into play, so I needed to reset the cycle, but I didn't do it. I just went for density all along, because I knew one of the other item would be not inted, Mirror Shield or Captain That. But I didn't see the off int as a play for rushing the dog race. So yeah, I guess that's what I should have done. Yeah, just in case. The sound that was behind MOT was for the last dungeon and then get the off int. Could be the reverse. So. That would have been better for me, but yeah, didn't quite happen.
It was a tough position to be in. Very tricky, I see, leading to both Mask of Truth and Picto, and then having Picto lead to lights does make Mask of Truth a little tougher routed, especially with dungeons on the board and so forth.
Right, because bottles were 1 star. Bottles were 1 star because of Zegs, so you could very well have been going for a bottle had you pushed Mask of Truth at the time. At the time, we didn't know. Although, let me tell you, those ICs were a thing of beauty today. 2-star couples mask to ice, and then a 2-star postman's hat, a 2-star postman's hat to a 1-star, effectively a 1-star Goron mask, because it could have been picked up in 3 different spots.
Oh, it's 1 star. It's 1-star Goron mask.
Yeah, that IC was pretty funny. Shoutouts to Pirate's Fortress actually being pretty loaded for a change. It's been surprisingly barren the last couple races I've called.
Well, yeah, but having a vanilla hookshot, the worst possible option.
So let's talk about that actually for a second. You both ended up deciding to push Woodfall Temple first before taking a guess at Pirate's Fortress, despite having all 3 transformations. So let's talk about that for a minute. It turned out it ended up being a good thing anyway, because you would have. Because you got a required Song of Healing, and then a hint that said Woodfall Temple foolish except for the song. Thanks, game. Thanks a bunch.
At least for me, I had really fortunate time of day, and I don't think I'd even gone west yet, so it just made sense to hit Chimera on the way.
But yeah, I'm curious was it the lack of hookshot that dissuaded everybody, both of you, from going to Pirate's Fortress before Woodfall?
Yeah, that was pretty much it. I figured I had the time before doing my day 3 routing. So just figured even if I had hookshot, it only makes that temple a little bit faster. So why not just clear it out?
Makes sense. I mean, a clearable dungeon is a clearable dungeon.
Yeah, I tried to rush my dungeons up until I hit Muggle mode, and then decided I didn't want dungeons anymore.
I just realized what Muggle mode meant, and now I have that term locked in for future commentary.
I think it's more of a term for Ooter.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it definitely happens to them a lot more than it does to MMR.
All right, and we did learn where the other magic was. It was magic locked on stage lights.
Because
Yes.
I was having a really hard time with that. I was really debating trying to just go maybe like Upper Arcana or something like that to see if I could find a second magic.
Well,
But I don't know.
that's all I have. That's all I wanted to ask about. Fifth Whammy, any more questions from you?
I think you covered it pretty well, Captain. GG's to both of you. Tricky seed.
Thank you.
Yeah. Again, Tricky Seed. Yeah, you both played really well. Again, you gave us a great show. We appreciate that. And again, congratulations, Painapple. GG's to the both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you. GG's, Flouche.
The last detail I want to share just is that I didn't. Yeah, in addition to what I explained, Mascot Roof could have been 1 star, so a bait thing. That's why it was really difficult to.
Yeah,
Just
it's
do
happened
it,
to me more than I
right
can
away.
admit.
Yeah, the importance count makes it pretty tough to figure out what's actually important and what's not.
Picto in the same zone, was 2 star,
Yeah.
of course.
Mhm.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes it's tough to really evaluate it all the way. Because there are seeds where, that would have burned you. It just leads to nothing special, right?
Right. Or one of the 6 bottles that you end up with in this seed.
Yeah, that's how it goes. Thanks for coming in for interview, everybody. And I think we'll have you, David, read us out.
Sounds good. Race was very entertaining. Again, big shoutouts to our two runners, Flouche and Painapple. Great race by the two of you. Big shoutouts to our two commentators, Cat9013 and Fifth Whammy. Great commentary by the two of you as well. And thanks to my fellow tracker, Katie Bean, as well. I think we have a couple of MR matches on the schedule still. I think one is tomorrow even at 6 p.m. Eastern. Again, Painapple, this time facing off against Ink. And then also a lowest bracket semis-finals for the standard tournament next Saturday at 3:15 p.m. Eastern between A-Slayer and Trevperson. Until then, I'm gonna rate us over to BRB Grammar on Fire, who's currently doing OTMM No Logic Butterfly Shuffle. Just started out, and until then, see you soon. Bye bye.
Thanks, everyone.